really the one word that comes to mind when I think of psychodynamic is unconscious. And a lot of modalities kind of don't address the unconscious. For instance, let's say we have a male client that comes in and he has had affairs. And so he feels so much shame because of the affairs that he's been having. And it's hurting his wife. He could see it. He doesn't really recognize why he's doing it. And so then he drinks because he doesn't know how to cope, right, with being quote unquote a cheater. And he doesn't want to. That's not he doesn't want to cheat. And so, or at least that's what he's expressing to us. Now, with psychodynamic, my hope would be for him to actually express that there is a part of him that is attracted and excited by something else. But to acknowledge that, to say that when someone values loyalty, trust, fidelity, right? They're not going to acknowledge that. And what we call that as a defense is repression. And so people repress these desires and these wants because they see them as bad. And so they don't acknowledge them. And when they don't acknowledge them and you repress them, they get stronger. And so when, their wives are saying like, why are you doing this? They really don't know. They don't know. And it seems like a cop-out, but it's our goal for them to actually feel safe enough to express their unconscious wants and desires, because only by doing that can you actually heal them. Because there's something going on if he authentically wants to stay loyal to his wife, but yet is cheating.
His actions aren't aligning.
He's not aligning. So then that means there's something going on. There's an unconscious force at play. And so we want to explore that and heal that because he ultimately wants to be faithful.
The impulse towards the bad is also part of who we are. There might be something missing in the love relationship, maybe the excitement of the newness of the mystery. My value might be loyalty, but why have I committed this infidelity? It doesn't align, and now we have to live with this paradox. But that infidelity is also part of the soul's calling. And so that's important that we acknowledge it. It might not be right, and the wife might not want to stay with the husband, which is totally acceptable. That's her boundary. But acknowledging that complex is huge. And it's not just good and bad. It's that usually that healthy response, even though cheating isn't healthy, but it's telling us something. It's telling us something.
It's telling us something.
And we got to explore that rather than just repressing it more. And I feel like a lot of treatment represses it more. That's bad. So let's not look at that anymore. You did it. Forgive yourself. No, let's actually bring it up.
Explore it.
Let's explore why you did that. Let's see. Did your wife have a part to play? And that can be very controversial too. Let's look at that.
Clients feel that it's different. Wait, we can talk about this? I can talk about me cheating on my wife and I'm not seen as bad. Actually, it's giving information, and a lot of times it's communicating to us that he is wanting something in the relationship that he might not be getting, but he doesn't feel comfortable enough to share that with his wife because he doesn't want wife to feel rejected. And so it's this, we call it codependency, caring so much about the other person's wants and needs that, and not really looking at yourself, right? Because you don't want to hurt the other. Because if you hurt the other, then you're scared you're going to hurt yourself. That if I tell my wife, you know what I'm wanting is more excitement in my sex life, could you imagine how that could be for the wife? I'm not enough.
But right? That's her own stuff.
That's her own stuff.
Right.
That would be her own stuff. If she's not able to hear, here, I want more excitement in my sex life. Maybe she's feeling the same way, and let's do something about it, right? But if she falls into feeling like, I must not be good enough, she needs to work on that, right? And so it's so complex, and that's why it's dynamic. But we want to explore what's preventing someone from really expressing what it is they're wanting from the relationship. And that's really important to do, or they're going to just hold it in and it's going to come out in other ways.